You're standing still in the middle of a beach. The waves are crashing. Somebody has scratched marks in the sand as a form of entertainment and given you an audio tour to amuse your mind. When was it that you last stood on a beach and watched the waves roll onto the shore?
I'm Chris Hardman. I'm the artistic director of Antenna Theater. Not only does Antenna do theater, but in the past, and we do interpretation for park service venues, such as Alcatraz, for instance. It has an audio tour tape that we created. Sands of Time is one of the shows that we've done. We've done it about 6 times, and we've done it about twice on this beach here. Sands of Time has lots of exciting implications for how we think and live in the world. I first got the idea about time itself, and this was at the beginning of all of the hoopla about the coming of the millennium, and everybody's going, 2,000 years, oh my God, that's so much time, and blah, blah, blah. And my take on it was, oh, actually, it's no time at all. We're only in a little point in a very dynamic story. And if you realize that you're not at the beginning of the story and you're not at the end, that then it's not about you anymore. And we've lived in this illusion that, we're going to be around to turn out the lights. And as soon as they realize that we're not the story anymore, it's going to change, I believe, in a profound and very helpful way, how humans actually behave. And the immensity of amount of sand as being a meditation on time is the essential storyline for Sands of Time. And how that works is we take a beach all along the waterline, and that's about 1,300 feet. We mark that out into 13 markers. Each one of those constitutes 1 billion years. Then the audience put on headsets and they walk along that beach. And as they walk along the beach, they hear the story of the universe.
At the same time that the Earth spins, it goes around the sun. The Earth takes a year to make one trip around the sun.
It is a grueling concept to rake this beach, all 1,300 feet of it, in one day. And it has to tell the entire story of the universe.
It's very refreshing to work with a group of people, that is Antenna, that everyone sees the common goal, even though it might be very skewed and it might not be what we end up with. But everyone sees that we're on a mission together and undertakes working around the clock, and we literally do that with the production of Sands of Time. And Chris is the driving force of that, and he lives it himself. Has always thought outside of the box in his own way, and has almost always come out on top, only because he's such a unique visionary.
Here you have me out on the beach, with a rake, making these Zen patterns in this sand, and people come stumbling by. And I bet you they never thought of the beach as a gigantic Zen garden. Probably never thought of seeing it raked in a multitude of patterns. Never thought about it, that you could do such a crazy thing.
This is our time rake. The crossbar on this rake is 5 feet long, and it has 50 tines or teeth protruding from the bottom. The space between each tine represents 1 million years. So when you look at the pattern of 5 feet created by a stroke of this rake over the sand, you are seeing 50 million years.
The opening night has always been as much a spectacular presentation of the art to the audience as it is to everyone who's worked on the piece.
Hello and welcome to Sands of Time. I'm Chris Hardman, and I'm going to be your guide as we explore the beach and meditate on the millennium. This is the Big Bang spiral, our image of the Big Bang. In the center is the first rock of many you will see along the beach, dividing our timeline. This rock marks the beginning of the universe and the beginning of time. Each rock after this one will mark the passage of 1 billion years. Now continue along the path until you see a giant circle. Walk into the center of the circle and face the ocean. We are now going to look at that segment of time that has captured so much of the public's imagination. 2,000 years. And then look down at the last 2 lines in the sand. The space between these 2 lines represents the past 1 million years. The last 2,000 years is as wide as 1 grain of sand between those 2 lines. That's the modern era. That's the amount of time that we're about to celebrate. That's the amount of time
the millennium
we calculate as moving forward.
You're from the future, Captain. The future. The future. The future.
Breakaway factor, the Enterprise has moved back through time to the 20th century. We are now...
The future.
Day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day, and I'm going to be repetitive so you can't miss it.
In the first year of the 21st year, the first year of the 21st.
A day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day.
And the signs of the times would indicate that we're approaching that glorious moment when Christ is going to come back again.
Run. Years and 1,000 days.
Years and 1,000 years. Days and 1,000 years. Then the earth would endure for 6,000 years, and the 1,000 years millennium.
So you see, Armageddon is a reality, a horrible reality, but thank God it's the end. The end.
I certainly love my work, and I'm excited about what it does for me in my life, but I'm also excited about its effects that it can have on other people. I look back at all of the work that's gone before and just see the immensity of this project, and usually are pretty amazed. Amazed that it could happen at all.